Hi girls, today is the day we start our home practices. I'm going to go through some hitting techniques, some hitting drills, and just so you guys all know, I've never even been on Facebook, so this is the first time I've ever shot a video in my life. So bear with me, they will get better as we go. We're going to talk about stride first. Stride is how we're going to approach the softball. And it's going to start with this broomstick right by that back foot. One thing we're going to talk about is the length of our stride. It should never be longer than the inseam of your pants. That front toe, can you see my tape line?
Yes.
Okay, so as we go to stride, girls, I want to make sure that front toe opens up to about a 30-degree angle. I'm not a professional on angles, but that will be close for that. It'll allow our hips to clear. Now, when we're doing this stick drill, I want this right here behind your back foot, and I want your hands, turn this way, to get behind your delt, not your shoulder, your delt. So as Gabby strides, her hands are going to stay back behind her delt as she strides. That's what's creating our stretch. And that's all we're going to work on, girls, is getting our hips to reset down. I do not want that hip to point in the air. I want that hip to reset. Go, Gabs. Good. Two more. Okay, so I want at least 20 of those a day from here on out. Now we're going to go into stick turns. If you have a piece of tape or a chalk line, what I'd like for you to do is make a line that stimulates this batter's box. If you have a tee, or you can even use the wall. I do not, go ahead and get your turn. This stick, back up. I do not want this stick to go around. I want this stick to work up this line. That brings our side tilt in. This upper half does not turn. This upper half tilts. That's how we create more stretch. So if you have a tee, I want you to work inside that tee so we're not swinging around the tee. If you have a line, tape, chalk line, or anything, I want this stick working up the line. Give a couple gaps. Making sure that front hip sits down. Do not let that hip point in the air. Go ahead. Stay right there. Now, one thing I've noticed lately with doing lessons is if this back shoulder does not clear itself, this head cannot stay on a downwards plane. If our shoulders work a turn, what happens is this shoulder will lift this chin up, and then we cannot stay on this down path with our head. That's why I say I want that nose working downhill, which means our shoulder has to clear. Go ahead, back shoulder has to clear for the chin to stay on a downwards plane. Step, stride, turn. Head staying downhill, making sure this back shoulder gets down so my chin can stay on a down plane. Make sure we're working that. When we go to stride though, girls, I want to make sure we go to what we call toe touch. Go ahead, go to your stride, but it's not with the heel up, because we can't rotate until our heel plants down. So we go to toe touch. Even though Gabby's on toe touch here, her pressure's on the inside of her feet and right here. Even though her heel is down, she has no pressure on that heel as of now. Until our hips turn is the only time our heel strikes. So I want to go ahead and do two more. I want 50 of these a day, ladies. Or if you want to do 300 a week, I'm fine with that. We're just working up this line or inside the tee. If you do not have a tee at home, you can find a garage wall, a regular wall. Go over here, Gabs. So from right here, we are not going to swing and turn our shoulders and hit this net or the wall. We are going to work that stick and our upper body on a tilt right there, making sure we get to a good tilt. One more time, our stride drills, to where our hands, you can either say walk away from our hands. I want this top hand and this front foot getting our stretch. If this hand follows this foot, go again, Gabs. If this hand follows the foot, we do not create stretch. This hand has to be back, our hands, and we're looking for the stretch right up here in this front lat. So that will be one of our drills. The next drill will be our stick drills. Go ahead, Gabs, show one more time. Turn. Making sure that back shoulder gets out of the way for my chin to stay on the down plane. The next drill I want to be talking about is to feel this front elbow work up. Ladies, our front elbow has to get to the height of our mouth every single pitch, which makes our barrel get below our hands. So on this drill here, we're going to put our hands, we're going to spread our hands out a little bit more than that, Gabs. Drop this one down a little bit. Okay, we're going to start just like this. Turn so they can see it. With our hands like that, turn fully so they can see. We're going to be right here like this. She's going to stride, leave hands back, create that separation behind this delt. Her front hip did not sit down, so I'll set it. And from here, I want her to feel this front elbow work up and our barrel work behind us. And it's going to look like this. Right there. Go back, do it again. Making sure we're getting this. Go ahead. Nope, she didn't get the separation. This hand, the bat, has to get behind this delt here, not the shoulder. Hands behind delt. Go again. Now turn. We're going to be working that for at least a 50 every day. Should take you girls less than 20 minutes a day to do all of these. Go ahead and do 2 more like that, face on. Making sure this elbow, go again, turn. Making sure this elbow stays here. I do not want to see this elbow get out in front of you. That's what we call a racing elbow. We have to connect with our body. Gabby wants me to mention this, so I'm going to. Anytime your hands go outside your body, you're at your weakest point. We kind of talked to it. She wanted me to make sure I talked about the pickle jars. Like a pickle jar, when you open it, tap it on the counter. You don't tap it on the counter and raise it out in front of you. You hold it back where you're tight and you turn it back here. Same as hitting. Anytime your hands come outside your body, you're at your weakest point. Those are the 3 drills I want to work on this week, girls. I want video, 20-minute video. Actually, do a 10-minute video. You can cut it, shrink it, send it over to me. I will break it down individually if I need to. If not, I will break it down as a group setting to make sure all the girls are doing it right. Girls, if we do this, I promise you everything's going to be fine when the season starts. If you have any questions, you're able to call me directly, text me directly, send me videos. Susan has my number on TeamSnap. Other than that, girls, stay safe, stay clean, and I'll see you in a few days. Say hi to everybody.